Going back here, we're opping.
Get out of my way.
Good. Good. If you care, but wait, he's re-peeking.
He dismissed.
Nice. Now you're heated. Now you're heated. Left? Yeah.
Bro, why did I get baited?
Hey guys, just a friendly reminder that I am a Valorant coach. I'm an Immortal 3 player, and I've coached hundreds of people throughout my time playing Valorant, all of which have been from either Iron all the way up to Immortal, and all of them have learned something significant, and most of them have ranked up many tiers even. So I've also played with professional players. If you guys are interested in buying a coaching session from me, you can check my Discord tag down below in the description, and I'd be glad to schedule a session with you. So enjoy the video, and peace. Hello?
Yep. Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's good?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
A little nervous? It's okay. You know?
Yeah, a little nervous. This is really my first time actually getting help, like something like this. So
Yeah, I kind of actually forgot you're Immortal. Are you Immortal 2 right now or Immortal 3?
I'm actually Immortal 1. I've been down bad, so bad right now. I try to play every Astra, Omen, or KJ, or I mean occasionally
More passive
Chamber.
roles.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
passive agents.
Yeah, and I play them very, very aggressive, and sometimes it works, but a lot of times I get like one and done, or I can't get a kill at all, and pretty much I throw it around for my team.
So so there's a difference between sentinels and controllers and chamber, right? So sentinels and controllers are pretty passive, but chamber is basically a duelist. So if you are feeling like you want to play more aggressive, like say you're just playing comp on your own or like in a duo, chamber can play very aggressive.
I know my team from my school, they constantly talk about I don't calm a lot.
Yeah.
And so that's like another big issue that I have, and I go into I guess ranked, and I don't say much at all neither. I really not a talkative person.
No, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, for sure.
I'm more so quiet, and I expect I'm like, well, it's on the map, so you know how you expect people to be like, well, look at your map, like, do I have to say it? But I had to realize when it comes to like actual like in your scrims and everything, playing
like,
actual
it's a team game, right?
Yeah, you have to talk as a team.
So this round, the main thing is I'd like to see you have gone up with your team more. Like, look at the minimap here, realize that your team's running in. You're watching something that your trip's already covering, and it's kind of just like you're doubling up. You don't need to be here, right? This is what your trip's for. You also don't really know if the enemies are flanking yet, because this is the first round. If this is like second half and you know for a fact they're going to be flanking because they're really aggressive, then this is more acceptable, but we really want to be behind our teammates or around our teammates so we can trade them. Also, this trip, I think you should put it over here so they can't shoot it from, you know, as soon, basically. I would have probably tripped for C here because we're going C, right? Because now if they come through mid here, we don't really know if they're flanking or not. So we like to watch flank, which is... I mean, you are a sentinel, but you're also a chamber. Chamber can be played very aggressively. So hopefully you kind of swap up the tempo here. I feel like we care about flank a little too much, especially because you can just have a trip here and just forget about it until they hit the trip, right? Have a rough blueprint of what your plan is, right, in your head. And just kind of like try to build off of that. So the next time, like if you do the same play again later, you can have you can even have a more in-depth version of this plan, right? But if you're not thinking about it at all, yeah, that's just something for you to kind of think about. I understand, you know, you're not talkative, you don't talk a lot, but like if you could just say like, yo, let's not push yet, right? Like, let me get a kill mid. That changes the tempo of the round so much, and it's really important on this map because rotating is usually going to be pretty important because every time that you push, your team's not always going to get all the kills, right? Sometimes they're going to die, sometimes the push isn't going to work, so you want to be like, yo, let's just default, let's play a little slower, let's see where we get kills out. Let's see where their weaknesses are. Here, I'm gonna hit tab. I'm looking at what ults we have. I'm looking at what ults the enemies have. You know, how can we make use of our ults, and how should we be playing against the enemy ults? So we have res, we have brim ult. It could be like, yo, brim, can we ult garage and then push C, garage to C? It's not too much that you have to say, and it creates kind of an idea for what your team could do. It's a pretty strong plan because you can easily push through garage like that with some comms. But mechanically, I'm guessing you have to be pretty good to be an immortal. So, good kill. I want to see how we play this now. This spot's fine because you have TP as well. So here, this is the scenario. So you see both here. This is the exact scenario where you do not want to be playing aggressive, right? So if you have the urge to go for these kills here, you don't need to because we have numbers, right? It's 5v2. If we fight these guys, we're just giving them a chance to make the numbers more favorable for them. So if we fight 1v1 against them, then they kill us, it's 4v2, and then we keep doing that until it's 2v2. Then now it's a winnable round for them, which is not good. If we just sit here and wait, the odds of them winning from pushing into us are so slim. But if I had to guess, one of you guys at least are gonna push into your. They're both there. Now you guys are playing like whenever it's 5v1 especially, people just run into the enemy, which, you know, it's unlikely for that person to win, but it's possible. I've seen it happen.
Oh yeah, see the Jarso clips.
Yeah, it's just like, but
I always like kind of just like I'm gonna just react to what I see and I'm gonna play like that. And I guess that's because I play football as well, so I guess that's like
kind of how you
that
play
stems
football.
over. Yeah, I don't really go into a plan. I just react and
No, that's a really good way to play for sure. But like at the end of the day, you're attacking here, right? I think it's better to play reactively on defense. So because they have to push into you, right, on whenever you're defending. But when you're attacking, you have to push into them. And if the enemy team's playing hyper passive and they're just waiting super far back, you're gonna want to have a plan to kind of like take space and push in, right? If you're just you can't really play reactively in that scenario because you have to push in.
Yeah,
we're very patient. I respect the patience.
I figured because just from past, I've seen people walk down C when you're trying to like work B or somewhere mid, and so I kind of tried to hold for like a chamber, try to walk down there or something, but fortunately he didn't walk down.
Yeah, and that's something you'll want to realize is because like if you're playing against teams that do that, the way you're playing right now is really good. But if they don't push you, continuing to play like this the whole half is going to be bad for you because you're just kind of wasting time.
Yeah.
So comp, you have to adapt game to game. So like you say, kind of reactive. Both reactive round to round, but also game to game because you're playing with completely different people every game. Sometimes you're against very aggressive players. Sometimes you're against people that wait a lot. But here again, I think sort of a problem here is we're really kind of far behind from our teammates. I would like to see you kind of a little closer to them if we're pushing at the site. Again, it might feel like you're not really playing with your team anyway because no one's saying anything. But you can make that happen. Like you can be like, okay, are we going A? Like let's go A. I'm coming behind you guys. I'll trade you guys. You don't have to say all that. Like, but you can just think that. Because here, if our whole team dies or like our Reyna and our Brim die, we're gonna be in a very bad spot. Whereas if we're all like right here, right behind our Reyna, and she dies, then we can trade her pretty easily. But from here, you can't. You're not doing anything to help your team. Yeah, bonus singing for this session. Again, patience here. Like, we could come up here, peek long with a TP or peek short. We're just far back. We spend most of our time behind these areas. See right here.
Yeah.
This line. We're back here most of the time, which is again fine. But your chamber. Also, our team's up here. We could be up behind them. No reason we couldn't be. Looks like our team's heading towards C right now. They're trying to split it. Looks like your team has literally said nothing, unless I just can't hear them. Probably that's. Were they talking this game? Do you know?
No, the only one that really talked was the Reyna, and he's gonna ask for like an Odin every round. I think after this, so I really don't. They weren't really saying anything, so I guess that's why I was like, I guess I won't say much.
Yeah, that's the mentality you want to get out of. You don't want to just that's the easy way out, right? Like,
yeah,
it's just like, I know it's harder. It's the easiest route possible, but that's not the route that's gonna get you to where you want to be as a better player. As long as you're playing more aggressive on the other rounds, holding this angle with an op is really good, I think. Because, like, again, if we're gonna do this though, I think you know what defaulting is.
Yeah.
So that's just a few words you can say to your team. Like, let's just default team. Let's default for a little bit, and then pick somewhere to go. You don't have to say that much. You just say let's default or let's play slow this round because a lot of people I feel like don't understand what defaulting means. Like, or they just have different ideas of what defaulting means. So like you could just say let's play slow. Let's not push into a site yet. either of those, and then you could say, I'm gonna look for a kill. I'm gonna see if they push me, because you know the jet does push here sometimes. But again, I wouldn't sit here for like more than probably 10-15 seconds until I start moving up toward mid or peeking long or something. Okay, good. About 10 seconds. Put TP's down too. That time, so good. Nice. Good. This is good. This is a good run. Great. So now, after you get a kill, this is even. So if you guys are ever up one, so say it's 5v4 right here, you want to be calling for your team to push somewhere. Like, yo, let's go A, let's go B. Like, you get that kill B, like, let's push B, let's push B. Because now you guys have numbers. There's no reason to continue waiting for kills anymore, because you guys have numbers advantage, right? It just kind of depends where you get the kill at for as far as where you should go after that kill. Like, if you kill someone that's pushed A, you should probably go A if your teams are near A. If your team's towards C, just ask your team to go C, because the people that are on C are probably going to rotate to A since you got that kill on A anyway. Right?
Okay.
These are just different scenarios, but yeah, go ahead.
And I think because with my college team, I think a lot of times that messed us up when we lost rounds was say like we each get like it's two of us that got a pick. Well, instead of us taking that site, we sit there and wait. And
Yeah,
sit
that's
there
a problem.
And
Yeah.
I think I do the same thing in ranked. I just sit there, even though I got the pick, but I just sit there.
Because you can make a wrong call. Like, if you call to go B after you get this kill here, and then there's like 3 on B, which is probably very unlikely, by the way, but, you know, at least you called something. Because if you don't say anything, which you probably never do currently, which is fine, but we're talking about it. If you at least say something, it gets your team ready to push, and it gets them prepared. Like, it gives them an idea of where we want to go as a team. Because here, where we're going is up for interpretation for everyone on your team individually, which is not good, because your team could all be on different pages. Fortunately, this game, it seems like we're actually kind of pushing as a team, except for you're kind of just, you know, watching the flank and stuff, which is good, but I think it'd probably be better if you were with them. Like, I think another problem is people put TPs down super early, so like, naturally you're going to put your TP closer to your spawn. There's no reason you couldn't walk all the way up here, put a TP up here, right?
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. That's actually okay.
Yeah, and like you can put it even like you don't want to put it so that they can break it easily, but yeah, like
Because
you
you
can
can
do
take
that.
more space if
Yeah, exactly. Because like here,
Okay.
you're just limited now. You're limited. You can't really go out a window with your TP. You can, but you don't have the TP. Same thing here. If you put your TP deep and short, or you know here long, or you know up here, and then come out with it, and you have the TP after you see someone, or see, and in garage, on all maps as well. If you're playing Killjoy, I think you're still a little passive here. Good kill.
Right side B, right side
One
B.
enemy remaining.
Good kills. See, like this playstyle works. It's just more of a balance, really, is what I'm.
Yeah,
trying to get at.
I should-
You know, like so on attack, like right now you're down 1, so now you want to be more aggressive, right? It's kind of like how I said, whenever it's 5v2, you really want to be more passive. But if you guys, if it's 5v5, or now it's even 4v5, which is this is a perfect example, you want to be more aggressive because you're not gonna win the round. Whenever you're down numbers like this, like you might, but it's going to be much harder. So you want to get the kills before you push a site. But if you're just sitting back here holding flank, then that's not going to happen because they don't have to push you, especially if it's 5v4 or 4v5. Like good players will understand that they just have to wait until you push them. So that's why you want to be peeking a little more aggressively into them.
That's a good spot.
So is that trip good? I've heard like mixed things about that trip. Like some people want it closer on the doors. Some people just rather have it right there. Like
I think this trip is most annoying to play against when you're attacking, whenever you're trying to go into garage.
Okay.
It is true though, like if one of your teammates wants to play close up here on C, this trip is going to be worse for them because the enemy can walk up without this trip activating until it's too late, like until their teammate's going to die. But I think this trip's best for garage, truly. So here I'm saying they smoke C, which means they're probably going to come to you. You see the TP. Also, TPs are also easier to use on defense, naturally. Okay, can I get heal? Sage, can I get heal? So here, I would probably be coming back. I would be coming back.
For the heal.
Yeah, and even if you weren't full heal, you don't have TP anymore. And it's probably, you can take a little fight, but don't be out here where you are. This is too forward. Yeah, good. Can I get heal?
Can I get heal?
I think here you could probably, if we expected them to go C, which it kind of looked like we did, I think we could have stayed up here, but what I like to do, you could TP up here, or I play Jet, so I like to go up there as Jet. Or you can come to the close right here, and you could have like a shorty. But you have to shoot the dart, obviously, but yeah. So I don't think I would have gone garage, because we already have 2 people in garage. And if they're going to come into garage, that means there's a good chance they might be coming C as well. But I would have waited a little bit longer to rotate into garage here. This isn't eco, but ecos are always winnable.
God, small mistakes.
They all add up.
They all add up, yeah.
So yeah, if you could have fixed like all these small things this game, your performance could be so much, like, so insane. Okay, I like that we're again patient. At this point, I'd be asking, like, Sage, or I'd be asking, like, Reyna, how many do you hear? How many are A, right? Because you're, like, probing your teammates. Not only are you trying to get information for yourself to play around, you're getting information that is going to help your whole team. So, like, if you ask Reyna, how many do you hear A, and she says, like, 4, and she wouldn't say that unless you asked her, right? In this scenario, anyway. And now your whole team's like, oh, crap, we should probably start to go toward A, right? And so that just completely changes the tempo of the round. But if you just don't say anything, you're trying to guess, make predictions, you can't really make predictions because you don't know. You can't, unless you hear it or you see it on your screen, you can't know where the enemies are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just like simple peeks, like peek from B, peek from garage, hold C with a TP, peek A short with the TP. You can swap it up. You don't always have to play right here, you know? Especially if you're just swapping between B and garage and C. Like, as long as you put your trip in the appropriate spot that you're not playing, it's completely fine. I just feel like we're kind of limiting ourselves here on defense a little bit by just coming to this spot every round, because you're not getting much action. Definitely put TPs down here. But again, that's just aim, right? Like, aim there, it easily gets you that kill, then you could potentially kill a second. But after you get that, if you have aim here, you kill her, then you just TP out. But you don't have your TPs down, so you couldn't have done that anyway.
It just shocked me because I was like, why did she run out there? It's just in garage so confident like that. Like,
they probably called like, let's push or something. I don't know. Yeah, like, this is the type of thing you could do on attack. That's what I'm telling you. You shouldn't do this every round, because at the end of the day, you're a quote unquote sentinel this chamber, but you have the TPs, so you can swing something like this. You have to build the confidence up for that, and you have to realize that it's actually an okay play to go for. It's like, and if you're this Astra getting this kill, now it's 5v4, and they have a much higher chance to win the round now because they have this one kill on you. And she could just come back. Like, you could just TP away if you're her, and then be like, yo, let's go A. We got the kill here, because like, you can imagine your team's probably gonna start coming to help garage, because they're like, oh shit, we need to help out, right? Also, I feel like at this point, I don't think you've given up, but I feel like you've checked out mentally just a little bit, right?
oh, most definitely. I'm not even gonna lie to you on that.
Yeah.
Yes,
And so that matters too. Like, that adds up a lot too. If you could always be, you don't have to be like, well, yeah, just be fully committed to like, and believe that you can win the game, and like, try to keep your team's mental high. You don't have to do that part, but I found that really helps as well. If you just try, like, yo, we got this, guys. Just 4 more rounds, right?
it's just so annoying. It's just so annoying, man. To die like you, like how that doesn't even make sense.
Astra wide swinging you.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, no. I completely understand, right? But just ground yourself, like, deep breath, bring yourself back. You know, like, look at the scoreline, like, we're winning, right? If you're not winning, that's fine. Like, we can still win this. Look at your ults, like, yo, can we use this ult here? Can we use res? Go for a play, like, do something here, right? Keep your head in the game. I could tell you're just a little mentally checked out here. So I think you should just grab the TP below you here, because you're going toward B, so you can put another TP down over here. But since you grabbed this one, I feel like now your TP isn't going to reach to fight for B. I would have already been running B right now. I feel like, yeah, your map awareness could definitely be better, because, like, I just know that I'm rotating here. I would have saved like 5-10 seconds here. You're just like, okay, are they coming A? But I already know that they're most likely coming up B, just because of how they played so far this round. Yeah. I think positioning here, like, put a TP right here, right? That should definitely reach. Come over to the left side of this wall. That's the least likely spot that she expects you to be, right? And then she has to hit a crazy flick on you to kill her, or to kill you. I mean.
Golly. Okay.
But here she sees you, and then she's placing her crosshair on your head, and so it's just yeah.
So I shouldn't even repeat that after she saw me because I saw her. I
Yeah,
shouldn't even repeat that.
yeah, probably not. But you just from the start where you can just position to the left. I think.
Trade.
Res, can I get res? Can I get res? Coming back here, we're opping.
Get out of my way.
Good. Good. You can also opt from different spots. You can opt from up here. You can opt from here. You can opt from close. I've just seen you TP up there like a lot so far. Now, okay, right. So now you need to be moving top somewhere else. You can let your team know that as well, because like you just killed someone long C with the op. She's telling her team they're opping long. So the best play for you is to now leave C long, because you're gonna get no more action probably this whole round, unless they're just stupid and pushing into the op because they're tilted. But this is a close game, so I would expect them to respect the op, and I would be maybe coming toward mid, peeking mid, or holding from C link into mid like this, or just running A. Yeah. Also mute that if you care, but yeah, he's re-peeking. Okay, so they are coming to you in this case. This is a bit of a dangerous position to be in.
Yeah, I kind of got
I would've gone to
cocky.
the side here.
Yeah.
He dismissed.
Nice. Now you're heated. Now you're heated. And then one round like this is all it takes to really get the win. Left, yeah.
Bro, why did I get baited?
I guess I get caught up in my own performance too much. I forget the.
Yeah, that's very accurate. Yeah. Because if you could say like, oh, last one long, like they already knew in this scenario, but if the last person alive doesn't know where the person is, that's the difference between winning, losing the round, and even the game, because this game's so close. It's a bit of a tight angle. Yeah, a little bit too tight. I'm glad that you stayed though, but yeah, if you just held like right here, you would have killed them. You just held. This is a pretty common mistake. People just hold really tight angles, and you don't realize like you probably don't have the reaction time to kill this guy. Like even pros probably don't have the reaction time to kill someone like this. Only the best of the best. Like I couldn't even kill someone like this, and I know that, so I would hold a higher angle. Good. This is what I'm talking about right here with the aggressive. Like they do not expect this. They're not gonna expect you to be here. And they peek window. I feel like we could definitely have peeked A. Yeah, you're aiming a little bit high. You shot him in the head, which is fine. It's good that you shot him in the head, but you don't need to with the op. So I know that you're opping toward mid. They just keep pushing into you. It's just weird. Oh, it could have been a collat. You're fragging though. You see how that? I just want you to realize that this aggressive play at the start really paid off for you. So this is why I'm saying you should be doing stuff like this more. Right here. Because like you see where that guy's looking? Yeah, so he's like not even like he's not looking at this angle, which because you know, this is just what I expect from a low mortal or even like a high mortal. They probably would not be looking straight at Kelby unless you've already played this spot, which you haven't. And so you can find spots like this all over. You could play this corner and long, hold this angle, TP out, do it on attack, right? Peak things people just don't expect, and it'll pay off for you. Good job.
Thank you. I'm glad you pointed out. You pointed out a lot of good things that I didn't even notice that I was doing, and I really appreciate it because I've lost so many games. Probably just like the little things that you told me probably has hindered me from ranking up. So.
Yeah, I think mentally checking out is probably one of the biggest ones for sure. Because I don't know how often you do that, but it's very easy to fall into that rut, and then it just really affects your potential to win more than you even imagine. So, but you did good. The thing is, here you could easily have 30 kills this game, easily, because you're not playing aggressive at all, and you have the 30 kills, and it's just like, and you have the 20 kills. So just imagine if you were playing a little more aggressive, what you could do. But that's up to you if you want to adopt that playstyle, which I would highly suggest if you want to play Chamber. If you are more geared for the other agents you listed that you play, then maybe not, but that's up to you. Chamber's definitely strong though.
Yeah, I'm a continue. I'm a implement more aggressive play style back into. I didn't even realize I'm not even using my TPs at all on attack.
Mhm.
Rarely on defense, I guess. So it's
He's a bit more on
like,
defense for sure. Which is good. But it's just easier to on defense as well, so you have to think a little more on attack to use them.
yeah. Oh my god, man! I'm so excited. Holy.
I sent you the notes, TPs. Anything like any other thoughts or questions or just anything at all before we end?
I think that's pretty much it. I think that's everything. If I have anything else, I'll let you know.
All right, man. You're gonna hit. I don't know what your goal is, but you're easily gonna hit like Immortal 3 soon if you work out again. Small things add up. You have some more than just small things on chamber, but those again you could work on slowly and improve at them. And those
Okay.
all these things add up, and don't bother caring about the rank, right? What really matters is how you approach the game mentally. So
Yeah, I guess because one of my teammates he's radiant and dude is like a monster. He's our duelist, but dude is like a monster, and so it's almost like I feel like because I'm very competitive, so it's like I feel like I'm always competing with him in rank, trying to get up there
yeah,
because dude is just insane, and so I kind of like, man, I want to be up there as well with the best of the best. So I play like 12 games a day just to try to get up there, and it kind of like burnt me out
no,
a few
yeah, that'll
weeks
definitely
ago.
burn you out. Like it's really good to take like a 1 to 2 day break whenever you feel like you need it as well. Like if you feel like you're mentally suffering a lot, that'll reset your mental real quick. If you kind of take a step back, take a little break, and ask yourself why you play in this game to begin with in the first place at all, right?
Yeah.
Um, I think you're pretty lucky to have a Radiant player on your team because that's a nice role model for you. Nice not even role model, but just someone you can learn from and kind of watch. Because most players your rank and below don't get to watch Immortal Radiant players that at least so close because you can watch like Radiant pros on stream and stuff, but you actually know a Radiant, which is really cool. So
Yeah, he's played in like VCT and all that type stuff. So dude is I've never seen anything like it before. Like this man take on a 1v3 and win with ease.
easily,
I'm like,
yeah,
how? And he doesn't aim train, which is insane to me. So it's just like,
yeah,
okay,
that's common I think for like Radiants just because they don't need to. They play games so much, but yeah, I'd play more deathmatch too. I think that would be beneficial for you. Build the
okay,
confidence. Play deathmatch with the intention of like practicing specific things that you're weak at, with becoming more confident as well.
hmm
And yeah, you can message me like I said, like whenever you feel like you need. If you have any other questions, I'll get back to you quite quickly. I think I'll make a video out of this one as well. So yeah,
cool. Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate everything. I'm
yeah,
about to
man.
go and actually play some games right now.
All right,
So
man. Yeah,
yes, sir.
much love, much
Thank you.
love. Yeah. All right, peace. You have a good day.
All right, you too. Thank you.
All right, thanks.